stress really does affect your overall health and especially your gut health.
100% correct. And you know, I am a gastroenterologist, as you just said. I have seen over the last couple of years during the pandemic skyrocketing of digestive complaints in my patients, new patients, old patients. Everyone is feeling it right here in their intestine, in their stomach. And that's because we really do think of our guts as the second brain or the little brain. There is absolutely a two-way conversation going on.
Absolutely.
Between your brain and your gut, hormones, nerves, you know, we make more serotonin, much more serotonin in our gut than actually in our brain. So it's an extremely important component of how we process stress, and the two of them are very interrelated.
It's also interconnected.
Completely, completely. And people who, you know, have what we used to call the nervous stomach, they're just manifesting what's really going on in all of us. This idea that stress is going to affect everything. Yes.
Okay, so walk us through your tips for what we can, I mean, obviously, you're going to get a lot more information in the book itself.
Yeah.
But just give us some of the basics that you're representing here today.
Absolutely. So first, let's just talk about how stress really does affect your gut.
Gotcha.
So when you're stressed out, you're going to release these hormones, adrenaline, cortisol. This is sort of what we got from our caveman ancestors when they're being chased by the woolly mammoth or whatever.
Right.
So it's called the sympathetic system, or the fight or flight response. So what's going on with fight or flight? You're going to get the dilated pupils. You're going to have a rapid heartbeat. You're going to have these hormones released, which is going to make your palms sweaty. You're going to breathe faster. But there's a cost to that. That energy that you're expending that way is going to be taken away from your gut. So blood is actually shunted away from your digestive tract to your legs and to your heart. And what does that do to your stomach? It can cause stomach pain, nausea. If you've had butterflies in your stomach, sometimes that's a cause of it. And so you're going to really feel it in your gut. What you want to do is calm down, bring you back to what we call the parasympathetic state, which is your rest and digest state. So this is when those hormones are now coming down, your heart rate is slowing down, your blood pressure is decreasing, your breathing is getting calmer, and the blood flow is coming back to your stomach so you can digest, you can calm down all those digestive symptoms that are going on.
Easier said than done.
But let's, instead of telling him to calm down, let's give him some practical advice.
All right, practical advice.
So one of the things that we've now learned, and this is just in the last, you know, maybe 5-10 years, that food can really affect your mood and can affect your stress level. So one of the things you want to do is incorporate something called tyrosine into your diet. Tyrosine is an essential amino acid. Those are amino acids we don't get, our body doesn't produce. We need to take them in. Tyrosine is a precursor to dopamine. So we know dopamine is a really important hormone in terms of mood and memory. So you want to get tyrosine in your diet every day, at least 2 different foods with tyrosine. Luckily, they're in a lot of things. They're in nuts, eggs, beans. You have tyrosine in fish. You can get it easily, but you got to pay attention. So let's talk about stress eating. We've all done it. It means you're choosing those foods that maybe because of your childhood you were given it as a treat or something your parents gave you to calm you down. Right. Ice cream is a big culprit.
Jinx, owe me a Coke.
Double R. Okay, so, but you know, one of the problems with sugary foods as comfort foods is, yes, temporarily that sugar gives you a high, but we all know it then gives you the crash.
Then you have the crash and you hit the wall.
Exactly. So it's actually going to worsen stress over the long term. So you want to really try to avoid the stress eating or keep somewhat healthy snacks on board so that when you are craving something, you have something a little bit healthier than the high sugar item. Caffeine, I know this is going to be rough for some people, but if you're already stressed and jittery, you want to get out the caffeine. You really have to.
Seriously, I used to drink several cups of coffee a day, and I find as I get older and I'm trying to keep myself calmer, I can't do it. I take a couple sips in the morning, and that's it for the day. I switch to tea. I can't handle it.
Good for you. And you took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, tea. We're going to talk about tea in a second. In terms of stress, it's such a good stress reducer, and it also has great nutrients. But in terms of, like, you know, you talked about your husband and you're not going to tell him to calm down. If someone can learn to just do deep breathing in the moment,
you know,
it sounds crazy, but it works.
I said over the years, I can't do that. I'm too loud. I can't deep breathe or meditate or like whatever. That's not who I am.
Right.
But that was me doing a self-fulfilling prophecy on myself.
Telling yourself,
You really can just shut up for 10 seconds and breathe. Literally, if I can do it, anybody can. I'm the most volatile, weird Fruit Loop of a person.
Pour some tea for us, because this is another great way, especially an herbal, non-caffeinated tea. Not only is it calming the stress, but it can actually calm down the digestive system as well.